What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shank's Ranks. Now, if you recall, some time ago I did a video reviewing the Super Mario Bros. 3D film that was sold through Fandango at home. This was a way you could watch the movie in 3D and stream it in 3D, side-by-side 3D. And the review was pretty good. I can't remember what I rated it, but I remember I liked it and I recommended it to you. And if you recall, I said that I had a pretty good feeling that Turbine, the company from Germany, would be releasing it on 3D Blu-ray. Well, I am rarely correct, but this time I am glad I was correct. Yay! That's what we got today. We're reviewing Super Mario Bros. 3D. This is number 13, the 13th 3D Blu-ray that Turbine has released. And yeah, so let's get into some tech specs real quick. So the movie came out in 2023. It's rated PG. It's got a runtime of 1 hour and 33 minutes. For surround sound, we have German and English Dolby Atmos. Now, when you start the movie, it does start in German, so make sure you select English at the main menu before you start the film. The aspect ratio is 2:39, so yes, you will have black bars on top and bottom. Now let's see what the critics had to say about it. So IMDb is giving it 7 out of 10. General audience on Google is giving it 4.6 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes giving it 59%. I personally really enjoyed the movie. Did it have like a really awesome plot? Like, was the storytelling just deep? No, it's just a kid's movie. It's just supposed to be silly and fun. I loved all the nostalgia that I experienced from watching it. I loved how they showcased different aspects from all the different Mario games that I grew up with. I also liked that they threw in Donkey Kong in there. Anyway, super fun movie, but I'm sure you just want to know about the 3D. Well, nothing really has changed so much since my last review on the digital version of it. There is a huge uptick in picture quality. The picture quality on the streaming version, in my opinion, was colorful but washed out compared to this. This is so much more vibrant, and not only that, but you're getting a full 1080p resolution here. The streaming version is side by side, so it's not a full 1080p picture. But just to give you a recap of the 3D, the first scene where Bowser is invading this snowy penguin kingdom is filled with sensational depth. His flying fortress lays down these anchors into the snow that cause these snowflakes and burning embers to just kind of fly out of the screen a little bit. And then you got his Koopa platoons coming out of the ship one by one, and there's some really good depth here that stretches into the picture. Then fast forward, there's a scene where Mario and Luigi are investigating this thing going on in the sewers that's causing the city to flood, and they both get sucked into this tunnel. And then they're going through this rainbowy vortex or portal or whatever, have no idea where they're going. This is such a fun ride. It feels like you have a VR headset on and you're just flying along with them through this tunnel. Then Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom. As soon as he looks around and he sees all these mushrooms, oh my goodness, so many layers. I mean, I took off my glasses and I was like, wow, this is like so freaking blurry. And it was like that throughout most of the movie, but this mushroom scene, anything with the Mushroom Kingdom, I absolutely loved. Luigi, on the other hand, he ends up in this dark part of the world, somewhere close to Koopa's castle, and he starts getting chased by this skeleton turtle of some sort. He trips, lands on his butt, and then all of a sudden this skeleton turtle pops out of the ground and its arm just kind of shoots about, I don't know, maybe a foot out of the screen. This is probably the best pop-out in the movie, but it only lasts for like a second. There are other pop-outs scattered throughout the movie, but nothing that comes out too far. At most, it's like right outside your screen, like maybe a couple inches. Then there's this scene where Mario is fighting Donkey Kong. I almost said King Kong, by the way. He's fighting Donkey Kong, and there's a scene where Donkey Kong throws him up into the air. And it shows him kind of going in slow motion as he's saying hi to the princess as he's falling down, and his body looks like it's about, I don't know, maybe a few inches outside of the TV screen. There's another scene towards the end where Mario hits one of the power-up boxes and he turns into that flying raccoon thing that I remember from Super Mario 3 on the old Nintendo. God, I love this movie. And yeah, he's being chased around and stuff, always flying in the air. And there's this scene where it looks like he's just kind of flying outside of your TV screen again. But yeah, it's a really fun ride, and I'm so glad that they released it on Blu-ray finally, because like I said, the picture quality, huge uptick. For picture quality, I'm giving this one 5 out of 5 stars. The colors were super vibrant. The sharpness and clarity, you could notice so many more texture details on it than you could when you're watching the streaming version. I especially love the scene where they, Kong and Mario fall into the ocean, and the texture of the water actually looks so realistic. For depth, three-dimensional depth, I'm giving this one 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, multiple layers all throughout the entire movie. It never gives up, and it won't disappoint, as you can see from these stills here. I mean, just look at all this blurriness, and then imagine putting your glasses on, and then it all comes into clarity through like a window into another world. For pop-out effects, I'm giving this 1.8 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it's very subtle. I think the most gimmicky pop-out effect I saw was the one with the turtle shooting its hand out of the ground. That, and then also the end credits. There were a lot of end credits scenes where it shows, you know, text and little artifacts popping out of the screen, but nothing that comes out into your face. But overall, though, it was a really fun ride. If I had to rate this movie, I'd give it A tier. I think it has solid depth, solid picture quality. It's fun for the nostalgia. It's a fun movie for the kids. And yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in buying it. And thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing, and have a wonderful day. Bye.